I know we've covered several US-based diaspora life stories in the recent past, but I promise we shall be going to other parts of the world soon. Just let me know where you're watching us from, and if you have an interesting diaspora story you'd like to share with us, it doesn't matter where you are, we shall be there to tell it. Tonight, we tell you the story of Lois Gakinya. We caught up with her when preparing to go back to the US, and what particularly caught my attention was what she plans to have in her travel bag. Hello and welcome to Diaspora Life. My name is Pasil Telewa. From carrying 100 chapatis in her suitcase while boarding her flight back to the US, Lois also speaks to us about the pressure exerted to her to settle down, her career as a professor, besides taking care of her 2 children.
Thank you. Okay. Hi. Okay. My name is Lois Gakinya Masharia. I live in Iowa in the United States, and I'm a college professor. I teach information technology at a community college in Iowa. Yeah. Yeah, the last time we came was 2018. Yeah, so, because of COVID, we could not come. So it's been wonderful coming back home, especially, visiting my parents, and seeing everybody is okay. So it's been nice, there's a lot of development that has happened in Kenya. So that's always nice when we come home and we see that it's actually developing, it's getting better. Yeah, so we've had a chance to visit different places. We've gone to Mombasa. You have to go to Mombasa when you come, yeah? Yeah, have fun with the kids. And we also went to game drives. We went to Nyanyuki, Olpajeta, which was really nice. It was my first time as a Kenyan. Yeah, everyone always asks, have you gone for a game drive? I've never been to a game drive. So that was my first time, and it was wonderful. We had a good time.
Have you used the expressway?
Oh, yeah. That's one thing I'm like, oh my gosh, when we came, we've been, we love the expressway. It's worth paying that 200 shillings, because that's when we used to come here, or when I lived in Kenya, a lot of time is spent on traffic jams, You cannot, yeah. And you cannot even do many errands, You can only do one errand because of the traffic in Kenya. But now with the expressway, we've had, it's really good. It's really, it's worth that, paying that money for that. Yes. Yeah. Going back.
Tell me how has been these 25 years?
It's been, it's everywhere, anywhere you go, it is ups and downs, You have to learn the culture, learn how everything works in that specific country. Yeah. But at least, for me, settling down was easier, I guess, because I went as a student. I went there when I was young. So I went through college there. I went to Missouri. I went to Missouri to a college called Southwest Missouri State University. It's in Springfield, Missouri. So, and we were very few Kenyans. No, I did not get a scholarship. So I would say, fortunately, my dad was able to pay for us. But he was not paid every semester. We would work over the summer and then pay, help him pay as well. So we would work as well. So there was no scholarships. As I went, like the 3rd year is when I applied for academic scholarship, and I got a partial scholarship. but mostly it was my parents who were paying for me. So it was kind of hard, you know. But I think now the colleges in America are getting more and more expensive, which is unfortunate for students right now trying to go there, you know, as a Kenyan. But yeah.
What are you doing to help daddy pay for you?
Working.
Yeah.
Working. And unfortunately, because when you're an international student, they don't let you work off campus. Yeah. So you're working on campus and you're working those small jobs. You're being paid like $6 an hour. Yeah. They don't allow you to work as many hours because they consider you're a student, you know. And then so we would get jobs like in the cafeteria or in the library, you know, stuff like that. I was lucky I got a job in the international students office where I would write letters to all international students. I was in charge of the African students. So I would write letters to any prospective African student who was applying to come to our college. So it was nice to write letters and encourage students in Africa to come to Springfield to study there. So even when the students came to our college, they would always look for me like, oh, you know, it's nice to have somebody, you know, that you're going to a specific place and there's another African student there to meet you at the airport. Because I was lucky when I went there, my sister was already in the college. So at least I was lucky because she helped me adapt and, you know, get to know how everything is. Because when you go there, you don't have anything. You only have that suitcase from home. Yeah.
How was it in terms of character for you?
It was a shock, you know, everything is different, you know, yeah, everything is different, even the food. Even when you go to the cafeteria, you're ordering, you know, you're asking for chips, they give you crisps instead, because, you know, everything is different, you know, yeah, soda is pop, you know, yeah, so when you go there and you're this innocent young African girl, and you're asking, you know, the way we learn our British English, let me call it that way, is very different from American English, yeah. So you have to learn all that, you know, the way we approach people. You know, we are brought up to be very polite here, not to speak our minds. Not to be aggressive, you know, especially girls, you know. But when you go to America and you sit in a class, everybody is so aggressive, everybody is so, you know, outgoing, and you're just there so nice and polite. So you have to learn those things as you get, you know, to go to class and you learn. Of course, you have to adapt when you go there, and you have to learn that for me to get somewhere in this country, I have to be this kind of person. Yeah. So for me to be able to be seen or heard, I have to be more vocal. Yeah. And that's how, you know, even I want to bring up my, you know, my kids, you know, especially my daughter, you know, you have to bring them up that way, yeah, because
she's quite vocal.
Oh, she is.
Hi. How are you? Good.
What's your name?
Joki.
Joki, no, you just have one name?
No.
What's your name, Joki?
Audrey Joki Mataya.
So what's that interesting about, you know, staying in America?
Well, my friends are there. Well, there's like a lot more different things about America and Kenya.
Tell me about them.
We're in America. We don't have like expressways and everything else.
Okay, I see. So you like Kenya because you have expressway. Tell me something else. What's so interesting?
Well, I like Kenya also because I get to see my cousins. Because most of my cousins are in Kenya. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of cousins in America. And I like spending time with my family.
Here in Kenya?
Yeah, in America.
So what do you miss about America
My
right now?
my friends.
The ones you go to school with?
Yeah.
What about them?
Well,
Did you tell them you're coming back to your grandma's place?
yeah. I told them before summer break. yeah.
So while at school, how different is the school in America compared to the schools back here at home?
Well, in America, we don't have to wear our uniforms every single day, but in Kenya, you have to.
What else?
The school I go to, it doesn't have like a boarding school. Yes, it's a day school.
You guys eat at school?
Yeah,
What do you eat?
we eat like pizza, hamburgers, macaroni and cheese, and yeah.
All right then. You enjoy your swing.
Okay.
I'll see you later, okay?
Bye.
She's more vocal than I am.
Just before your daughter and your son,
Yeah.
have 2 kids.
Yes, I have 2 kids.
Tell
Yeah.
me when you were done with your studies,
Uh-huh.
how was your social life? And then you're now thinking about transitioning to this other life.
Yeah. Yeah. My social life was nice. You have fun there as international students. Yeah, you all come together. Have parties, and because that's when your 20s, you're having fun, and we come together as African students and have all these parties and meet each other, and cook different foods from all different countries. So that's fun. And then I got to meet my husband, who is also African. Yes, he's Kenyan. So it's interesting because everybody always asks me, you guys knew each other from home? I'm like, no, we didn't know each other. We met in America. So it's funny that, I met this Kenyan guy in America. But yeah, my brother-in-law, they grew up together in South Beach with my brother-in-law. So that's how we met. So he came to America to do his master's. Yeah, and I was just about to graduate as well. So that's how we met. Yeah.
How was it been since you guys met and then family coming in?
Yeah. So we met there, and then a few years later, after we worked there for a few years, then we decided to come back home. So we came back home just to try it out. And I also had this urge of working in Kenya, because I'd always worked in offices as the only, black person. Yeah, so you always feel like, it'd be nice to be in an office where I can talk Swahili with my fellow people. Yeah, so I had that urge. So we came back to Kenya and we tried to settle here. So we were here for about, 7 years? Trying to settle, we worked here, we got married, and we had kids. And then
By that time, had you already gotten your citizenship the other side? Were you already American?
I was not American. We applied for a green card, so we got green cards before we left. And I guess I did that because I wanted to have an option B, in case if they don't work here, which I think a lot of people always tell me that was a mistake I made, because in the back of my head I had an option B, Yeah, but I had that. I kept telling myself, what if it doesn't work out? What if, So I had my papers, I had my green cards before I left. Yeah.
Telling me about your child. When you so back
Yeah.
so used to marriage and have birthdays, you have birthday functions.
Yes.
Tell me how was the time experience for you?
Yeah, actually, it was kind of interesting because I waited for a long time. I started settling down in my late 30s. So obviously, I got that pressure from my parents. What's going on? Yeah, settle down, have kids. You always get that. When you waited for so long, and I realized, especially Kenyan parents always assume you have to do this, you have to do this. There's always something you have to do. Yeah, and that pressure, especially with girls, it's not always nice because you don't know what's happening in someone's life, someone's personal life. But yeah, that's Kenyans for you. No, I didn't go with the pressure, I went with my own way. I wanted to enjoy my 20s. I wanted to, settle down when I was ready. Yeah, so unfortunately, yeah, some people go with that pressure, because you have a career. As women, we have to think about our careers. and we have to think about ourselves first. You know, you don't want to just settle down because other people want you to settle down. You know, think about, am I ready now? Do I want, because, you know, as a woman, you have to be ready to stop your career, to have the kids, you know. Yeah, take care of kids. And you have to also think, am I ready to stop going out? Because when you have kids, you know, especially when you're in the States, you don't have you don't have house girls taking, you don't have anybody to leave your kids to. Yeah, exactly. So if you know you're not ready to sit at home with your kids, you know, don't go into that yet. You know, just wait for a few more years, you know.
So tell me your day-to-day life as a professor in the United States.
Okay. Well, right now we've been working from home since COVID. So it's been nice and bad. You know, obviously you get lonely in the house all by yourself, but all I do is log in online, you know, meet my, I was going to say my kids, my students. My students, I know. I do consider them my kids because some of them are very young. They just come straight from high school. So you have to really help them through college. Yeah, so meet them online, you know, teach just like normal if you were in face-to-face environment, you know, and then log in whenever they need any extra help, you know, like tutoring and helping them with any projects. Because we do a lot of IT projects, you know, so you have to be ready to help them and answer their questions via email. So a lot of what we're doing right now is virtual, you know, virtual teaching.
What about being a mother of two?
Yeah, that's the hard work.
Especially, I'm trying to figure out how you do it back here in Kenya and in the US. How is the experience and what are the differences in raising children?
Yeah, you know, in the US, because we don't have help, you know, it's all on you. Yeah, so, and my husband travels as well. So, you know, being a college professor, it helps because that helps with my flexibility. It helps my job. It's very flexible. So I'm able to drop the kids, you know, go back home, log in, you know, do my job. And then also, as I'm doing all that, I'm also cleaning the house and doing laundry and cooking, you know, so you have to do everything yourself, you know. That's the life of America, you know, because you don't have any help. Now, when I come here, I get spoiled because there's somebody to cook for me. You know, there's someone to do my laundry. I have not touched any laundry since I came.
You're so lucky.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have that. You know, we get spoiled when we come home, obviously.
I understand your flight is tomorrow.
Yes.
And I know how it is when you're traveling from home to the US.
Yeah.
How are your bags? Paint for me a picture of what is in those bags.
Yeah, everybody always laughs when we say we carry food from home. We have to carry food from home.
Good.
For you.
It's nice. Well, usually it could be hot or maybe cold, but I also like what I have at home. Well, I'm now starting to like food like goat or maybe chapel, spinach.
Ugali.
Yeah, ugali. I've always liked ugali. Yeah, especially with ugali and milk. Well, now I can like be with them in real life actually, instead of just calling them every time on a video call. 12, I'm going to 7th.
Okay. Bye-bye, okay?
Bye.
Okay.
Thanks.
Anytime.
Hi.
Yeah.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Karibu.
Asante sana.
Yes, yes.
So tell me, how does it feel, your kids being abroad?
You know, it's not good for them to be away from me, but since you cannot get the good jobs they have in USA, it's okay for them. And I go to visit them.
Yeah, actually.
And they come to visit me. It's only during Corona. We stayed for years without seeing them.
When you go visit, how do you find the US?
You know, the place is good for me because most of the work is done by machines. So it's not like there. Most of what they do, the cooking, the washing, the mowing is very easy for them, not like here. But life is difficult there because they work very hard.
They work very hard indeed. And Lois was telling me that one time the sister traveled to the US and she was packing every food from Nairobi, chapatis, peas, minji, all of that. And then their flights, delayed. Tell me about it. How did it go?
Yeah, it's in fact only 2 weeks ago. They were stranded in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
They went back to USA and their suitcases, 11 of them, were all stranded in Amsterdam. She had carried 100 chapatis, mukimo, peas, maize, and they got them like 3 days ago. They were all rotten.
Yeah.
So they had to put them in the dustbin.
Quite an experience indeed.
Yeah.
Give me your experience about having grandkids who are abroad. How do you guys communicate when you miss each other?
Like now, because we have WhatsApp, Wi-Fi, is easy to talk to them and see them. But long time, we couldn't see one another. But now we are okay. Mostly, like once in a week, we have to video and see each other. And it is good.
Thank you so much for your time, ma'am.
Thank you so much, and most welcome any other time.
I guess it's just the mukimos, the githeri's, just that food that we take for granted when we're here. Yeah.
Indigenous food.
Yes. Now it's getting better. We're getting a lot of the foods coming in with a lot of foreigners coming to the States. So we can go like to the Mexican stores or the Indian stores and get our spices. Long time I used to even carry a lot of spices and stuff like that. But now at least we have a lot of foreigners coming. Because I'm in Iowa, so it's not a very big city,
Yeah.
So we don't have a lot of foreigners. But now it's improving in that sense. You can at least get your curry powders, all the spices that we need. But we still carry pilau mixes and all that stuff.
Thank you so much for your time, Lois.
Yes.
Safe flight.
Yeah,
So
nice to see you. I hope you come and visit me.
I will.
Yeah, we can do this in the States.
To the US next year.
Okay.
Because this year my calendar is already tight.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll see you whenever I come.
Yeah, that would be nice.
All right. Have a good afternoon.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Unfortunately, we got to wrap up for today. You know, we love it so much when you keep us company, so we look forward to seeing you again next week on Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Kenyan time on KTN News for more stories of Kenyans living in the diaspora. Remember, we are an email or tweet away, so if you have a remarkable story you'd like to share with us, write to us through diasporalife@standardmedia.co.ke or DM us on our social media platforms at diaspora_life or at KTN News KE. You can also follow me at Fasil Telewa on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for more of behind the scenes stories. Until then, wishing you a fantastic evening. Bye-bye.